3/4 pints of Guinness, so I will do that, and half of that, and the rest of it is for the baker. Once again, fingers.
Now, you said earlier you were going to explain a wet mix to us. Would you like to do that now?
Wet mix. It has to be wet, you know, not you know, like when we the other brown mixes we made, they were really dry. So this one, once again, you just say it's going to take the rest of the Guinness, this one. So there's the baker going home sober.
The baker's going home thirsty.
Alright. See this here. You wouldn't need this and put it out on the table. We'll put this straight into greased
baking tins.
Baked tin. Which I'm going to do now in a minute. There you go.
And we're going to pass this over to our trusty apprentice chef here, Kelly, who's going to grease up our tins for us.
It's not dried up, you don't roll it. You're just going to scoop it into the tins. Alright?
So basically, this is a real rough and ready bread.
This is a quick mix.
Quick bread, okay.
You know, and if you want to make it a beer bread or thing, we make it traditionally with Guinness or Beamish or one of the stouts.
A black beer.
Black beer. Okay. That's it until we get into the tins.
So now we finished off, and we're actually putting our wet mix now into our baking tins.
Putting them into loaf tins, you know, so as when they're finished cooking, they will form properly. Just one note: Guinness is an alcohol. But Guinness in the cooking, it helps to the agents to arise and to things. So just beware. It is alcohol in the bread when you're making it.
But basically, of course, the alcohol is going to burn off in the bread. What we really want out of this is the flavour of the Guinness.
Flavour of the Guinness, you know, the hops and
the barley, the hops and the yeast, what have you, to come through. So again there, just remember that, people, that there is alcohol in this bread, but be aware that the alcohol will cook out and burn off. What we're looking for is the flavour that the Guinness is giving to the bread itself.
Okay.
Now the reason we bang the tins is because...
Just to level them off. It's not, that's a little bit too much in this one. So, let's see, this one. And then just level them off again. So it just shows you have equal quantity, so that when you're putting something in the oven, if you're not sure, weigh them. Put them on a scale, weigh them. And then, you know, because it's a wet mix, it'll find its own... a little bit of its own level, but not totally. So you just
give it a little pat down, a little helping hand. And of course, as well, when you have things that you're cooking in the oven that are both the same weight, they cook at the same time.
Well risen. You know, we just do the dry test on it. There you go. There's a little bit of moisture there. But not too much. That'll finish off in its own cooking. But the difference in this one, it says hollow, but it's a little bit damp. You know, you just feel it because it's been cooked in a tin. It's a little bit damp on the edges.
Perfect.
It comes out of the tins nice. Again, what we're going to do is I'm just going to put this into the oven as it is for 1 minute. Just to dry it off all around, and then once again I will cover the top with a damp cloth.